connecting that YouTube live stream. We will start
Okay,
within
okay.
5 minutes. Within 15 minutes are there.
No problem. Yeah, we'll wait. Yeah. So rest of the people will be joining in YouTube, right, madam? Only we 4 will be there in Google Meet.
Yeah, we 4 will be there in Google Meet. Rest of they are on YouTube only.
Okay. Okay, fine, madam.
Good morning, sir. This is Kalyan. Just now we started the live. Gita madam, am I audible?
Yes, Kalyan, audible.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Vijayrajan sir. Now it is okay.
Yeah, madam, fine, madam. So, sir, share the presentation, madam, or just the first page?
First I'll for testing.
Yeah,
First I'll
first
introduce
slide.
you. Okay. But first.
Okay. No, madam.
First I'll
Just
introduce
the first slide
you.
only. Just the first.
Okay.
Fine.
First share your PPT. It is better, no? Just for trial version. Then we will.
Yeah. Okay, fine, madam. Just.
YouTube live stream is also working.
Sharing. Hope it is visible. Okay.
Yeah, PPT is coming.
So is it visible, madam?
Yes, sir.
So probably we'll keep this screen, madam. So after you introduce, then I will run the other slides.
It is better.
So there will be people who join this screen. Yeah.
Okay, sir. At 10:30 we will start, sir. It's better. Our timings from 10:30.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, fine. First share your.
Madam, we can start. 125 it is.
10:25 అయింది. కళ్యాణ్ 20. Hello, Kalyan, is my voice is audible? Kalyan,
Yes, madam, you are audible.
audible. Okay. At 10:26 is there. No, 4 minutes are there. Shall we wait or shall we start?
No problem. I am good either way, madam. If you want to start, we can. If you want to need to wait, I'll wait for a few moments.
4 more minutes are there. I think it is better to wait. Yeah,
Sure,
participants
sure.
also. Uh, Okay, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, madam.
I'll start the session.
Sure.
Good morning to everyone. My name is Dr. Geetama Sundalapalli, Assistant Professor in EC Department, GMRIT, Rajam. I feel privileged to welcome you all to this webinar on virtual and augmented reality in education. Today, animation has replaced the traditional PowerPoint presentation. A lot of e-learning platforms offer classes where teacher teaches with the help of live animation and not a static PPT. The concept of interactive learning rather than one-way learning is prevailing, introducing a whole new concept in educational technology, a standalone virtual reality headset complete with a unique student-friendly interface, gesture control, embedded educational resources, and simple to use teacher controls. Schools and colleges are changing their traditional methodology of teaching. Virtual and augmented reality in student learning and development will completely revolutionize the way teachers teach and students learn. We have seen a lot of change in the educational industry over the years. However, the trend has not changed for a long time. Still, the staple tool used in education industry is PowerPoint. With the help of AR and VR, students will learn interactively like never before. These new technologies are not limited to any specific age group of students. Today, it might not be present in every school or college, but in the upcoming years, it will be there. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Augmented reality helps you in achieving this. To explain more about this, today we have with us Mr. Vijayrajan Ramanathan, CEO and founder, MAX, Meticulous Academy of Excellence. He has completed BSc in Physics at Kamaraj University and MSc in IT at Alagappa University. He is the founder of Meticulous Academy of Excellency. He also takes care of creating virtual augmented reality applications for manufacturing, healthcare, and education sectors, training students on virtual augmented reality, incubated at IIR TDM College, Chennai for developing a drone-related project with a grant from Tamil Nadu Government Innovation Voucher Program, setting up virtual reality lab in schools and colleges. He also doing the mentor of change for Atal Tinkering Labs. Now I'm handing this session to the Mr. Vijayrajan Ramanathan. Sir, please take over this session.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thanks for the warm introduction. So I hope my voice is audible to everyone. So
Yes, sir.
first of all, I would like to thank. Thank you, madam. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Geetama, madam, and Dr. Arun, sir, and also the college management for giving me this opportunity. So once again, good morning, everyone. So I've also started sharing the screen, so the screen which will be visible to you. So in this, I will be seeing how virtual and augmented reality will be helpful in education, right from higher education and to research. How the two tools will be more helpful. So as we all know, since the world is moving towards online learning and remote working due to COVID-19 and so on. So going forward also, the more of online learning and online working will be there. So at that point of time, this virtual and augmented reality will be more helpful for the students and teachers, as well as for people who work in any industry. These tools will be of more helpful. So we will see how these can be more useful only from the educational perspective. So although it can be used in many industries, from healthcare to retail to manufacturing and so on, we will focus on how virtual and augmented reality can be used in education. So we'll see with the definitions and with some videos about virtual and augmented reality what we have done, and some of the other videos as well. And towards the end of the session, we'll have a brief question and answer session as well. So if you have any question and answers, please post that in the chat box or in the comment section. So I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So without further delay, we'll start our session. So first is, what is virtual reality? We will all would have heard this term in the recent time, virtual reality or extended reality or mixed reality. So what is virtual reality is? So virtual reality is something which gives us an immersive experience. So for example, once you wear a virtual reality head mounted device and view that application, you will completely feel like as if you are inside that particular 3D world or the environment altogether. So, or you feel like as if you are teleported to that new world. So that immersiveness is the main unique selling point of virtual reality. Even if you view that same application in your mobile or in your laptop, you will not have that immersive experience. So immersiveness is possible only when you wear a VR head-mounted device. So that's what virtual reality is all about. So in this slide, we'll see the different types of VR devices. So there are different types of VR devices. These are the popular devices which is available in the market, which is used in education, healthcare, manufacturing, and so on. Some of the tools are HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Go, Quest, and so on. The last one, haptic gloves. So haptic gloves is not a head-mounted device. So haptic gloves is something which is used along with controllers in hand. So just like hand gloves, we'll be using this haptic gloves. So what is the benefit of haptic gloves? We'll discuss in the next slide. So as I said in the introduction of virtual reality, so once you wear a virtual reality device in your head, you'll and open that application, you feel like as if you'll be able to visualize as if you are inside that particular world or the particular environment. But with haptic device, as you could see from the picture in the slide, so a lady is wearing a head-mounted device as well as she is also wearing a haptic gloves in both her hands. So she is able to visualize what she is weaving in the 3D world using a head-mounted device. But with haptic gloves, she'll be able to touch and feel that objects as well. For example, if there is any objects, just an example, teacup is there in that 3D application. With the haptic glove, she'll be able to touch and feel. For example, how that shape of that cup, or what's the size, or how hard or rigid or soft it is. So all those things, that touch tactile feedback can be brought using this haptic gloves or the haptic device. So that is the advantage of using haptic device along with virtual reality head mounted device. So one other major advantage of using haptic gloves with the VR devices. So main advantages, for example, with VR device, you will be able to visualize. With haptics, you will be able to touch and feel. So when this tactile touch feedback and the visualization thing is combined, your brain will process more information, and the end of the thing, you will be able to uh, get more information about that application. So rather than just using a VR device, if you're using with the haptic, you'll be able to touch and feel that as well. This can be used in multiple industries. For example, manufacturing industry. So in manufacturing industry, for training the employees. So nowadays, for training the employees, they are giving virtual reality training on how to work on the machinery or how to work on the process, rather than giving manual training. So while giving virtual reality training, if we are using haptic gloves also, so that employee who is getting trained, he'll be able to know, he'll not only visualize that machinery or the process, he'll also able to touch and feel that machinery or that process, so that once he is given a real task after his training is over, he'll be more confident in accomplishing the task without any guidance or help. And even in healthcare and other industries also, this haptic gloves can be used along with virtual reality head mounted devices. So you've seen the introduction of virtual reality. Now we see the other thing. What is augmented reality or augmented reality is? So augmented reality is something which enhances our real world view. So which enhances a real world view with 3D objects or the digital objects is called augmented reality. So to explain it more precisely, if you could see that image in the current slide. In that image, that's a book, and in the book, a heart image is there in the book, and an user is scanning the heart image using his augmented reality application in his tablet. After he scans the image, he is getting the 3D model of a heart inside his tablet, inside his application in this tablet. So advantage of this is since he is getting the model of a heart in a 3D model or in an interactive manner, so the student or the one who sees that will able to understand the concept easily and learn it more effectively rather than studying the same concept in a book or in a video format. Since with augmented reality we are giving it in a 3D model and in an interactive way, so you'll end of the day he'll understand more easily. And another advantage of augmented reality is, so when you open an augmented reality application, mobile application, so always your camera will be on. So once the camera is on, it will capture the background of your real world. And on top of that background of the real world, our 3D model or the 3D applications will be displayed, which makes the users to feel as if that 3D world or the digital object is happening in our real world. So that is another advantage of using augmented reality. As you could see from the same picture in the slide, so after he scans that image, so he is getting the 3D model of an image, but in the background the book and that table text is also visible, which makes them the user to feel as if this 3D model or the interaction, everything is happening in the real world. So that is another advantage of using augmented reality. So we have seen virtual reality, augmented reality. Now we'll see what is mixed reality is all about. So mixed reality is combination of both virtual and augmented, where it's a merging of both real and virtual world, and both will be in the same medium where both will interact and coexist is called mixed reality. So as you could see from the current picture in the slide, so there is a common 3D medium is there, and I'm standing inside that medium, and as along with me there is a 3D model of a chimpanzee is also there. So once you see this, we feel like we both are inside the same medium and both are interacting with each other. So this is what is mixed reality. So virtual reality is you'll be able to experience only when you wear a virtual reality head mounted device along with haptic gloves and so on. Augmented reality with our mobile applications or with our smartphones, we'll be able to visualize that 3D model. Mixed reality is combination of both virtual and augmented, wherein our real world and digital world is combined together and interacting is what called mixed reality. All these three will have different use cases. Virtual reality can be used in for training, for remote collaboration, and for learning. Augmented reality can be used for servicing the customers and for creating other training modules in healthcare, manufacturing, and so on. Same way, mixed reality to experience a place which will not have experienced before. So for that things, so mixed reality can be used. So all these three things have different use cases which can be employed. So we have seen the definitions of VR, AR, and MR. Now we'll see the key differences between virtual reality and augmented reality. So first is virtual reality is a totally immersive experience. So once we wear a VR head-mounted device and view the application, you will fully immerse yourself. That is a unique, that's a USP of virtual reality. And the second thing is sensors are under control of the system. So what I mean by sensors are under control of the system is, so once you are started viewing the VR application by wearing a VR device, you will not be aware of what is going around you in the real world. So even if someone comes near you, once you are viewing the VR device, you will not be aware. Even if something is happening around you in the real world, you will not be aware. This is a kind of a drawback with virtual reality. Virtual reality is your full focus will be on the virtual world, and you will not be aware of what is going around you in the real world. Whereas coming to augmented reality, augmented reality is here it just elevates or augments your real world scene with this 3D objects and 3D models is what augmented reality is. And the main advantage of augmented reality or virtual reality here is, here user will maintain a sense of presence in the real world. Even though he is viewing a augmented reality application, even if I'm viewing an augmented reality application in my smartphone, I'll be able to interact with the 3D models or the objects in the augmented reality, as well as I'll be aware of what is going around me in the real world. So this is again a huge advantage of augmented reality over virtual reality, where user is maintaining a sense of presence in the real world, which is not possible with virtual reality. So now we'll see. Just a minute. Before we deep dive into how virtual reality can be used in education, we'll see the different degrees of freedom. DOFs are degrees of freedoms in a virtual reality device. So there are 6 degrees of freedom available in any virtual reality devices. So those 6 degrees of freedom are rolling, pitching, yawing, elevating, strafing, and surging. So for the first 3, rolling, pitching, and yawing. So you could easily understand from the arrow marks given in those first 3 images. Rolling, pitching, and yawing means it tracks only your head movement. So even if I turn my head, those head movements are tracked when I am viewing that virtual reality application in real time. Same way, the last 3, elevating, strafing, and surging. So elevating is moving up and down, strafing is moving sideways, surging is moving front and back. So these last 3, elevating, strafing, and surging, tracks your body movement as well. So the first 3 tracks your head movement, and the last 3 tracks your body movement. So these 6 degrees of freedom will be used in any virtual reality devices. So there are 3 degrees of freedom devices are also there, which tracks only your head movement. But only 6 degrees of freedom virtual reality devices only will track your head and as well as your body movement, which will give a more immersive and intuitive experience to the user. So now we'll quickly see how this virtual reality industry, virtual reality has evolved so far in the few years. First, if you could see the first image in the slide, to view a immersive experience using virtual reality, you need at least a half a dozen gadgets. Like you need a high computing laptop or a PC, and you need a sensors and controllers, and on top of that, you need a good virtual reality head-mounted device like a HTC Vive or Oculus Quest, and so on. Then only you'll be able to view a good immersive experience. So that was the scenario a few years back. So disadvantage of this is, one is requiring many hardwares like extra hardwares like sensors, laptop, and so on. And another major disadvantage is the cost is also huge. So requiring a high computing laptop and all these devices for the hardwares, the cost was also huge. And that was one of the reason why many industries were not using virtual reality in mainstream. So that was the reason why it does not come mainstream. So if you could see the second image in the slide. So in the second image, there is only a head-mounted device and controllers for both hands, so left and right hands. So in the second, after the industry has evolved a few years after, now it doesn't require a laptop or a PC to be tethered or connected to view an experience. So just by via Bluetooth, we can transfer an application, and then you'll be able to see your application using this virtual reality devices. And all these devices will have an inbuilt memory of 32 GB, 64 GB, or 128 GB, just how we have our memory in our smartphones. Same way, it has also an inbuilt screen and inbuilt memory as well. So in the second version, this extra hardwares are also eliminated, and more industry has started using virtual reality in their practice. And just move to the next slide. So in the next slide, if you could see the first picture in this current slide, a lady is wearing only a VR device, and she is not having the controllers to navigate the application which she is viewing inside the VR application. So in this slide, only with her fingers itself, she'll be able to navigate and move around the application. Just if you want to zoom in, she can just use her 2 fingers to zoom in and to move in and out of the application, just like how we use mouse when we are using laptop. Same way, we can use the hand movements. So how this is tracked is, the 4 sensors at the 4 corners of the VR device will track the finger movements, and with that we'll be able to navigate inside the application. So in this version, only head mounted device is there, and there is no need of other hardwares like controllers. So There's no need of external controllers. Your fingers will act as a controllers instead of using an external controller. So that much the industry has evolved, range from having half dozen gadgets to just the VR device. And the second picture in the slide, we could see. So it is just like a wristband, kind of wristband. It's a brain machine interface wristband, which we all are hearing now. Even this neural link from Elon Musk and other brain machine interface applications, which we are hearing in the recent times. So this is also connected with that. So how this works is, once I wear a virtual reality device in my head, and also the wristband, this brain machine interface wristband. So if I want to change an application, or go view an to modify an application, or to go to the next section or the next page, if I just think, that application will get changed. So I need not use my fingers to change the application. Just by thinking, it happens. So how this works is, whatever, for example, I'm thinking, I need to go from page 1 to page 2, just an example. So when I think about this, the whatever the electrical impulses sent to the brain are getting converted into digital signals using this brain machine interface. So after we convert this electrical impulses into digital signals, these digital signals, it is easier for us to give these digital signals as input to the VR system. So two ways. First, we are converting the electrical impulses into digital signals, and then digital signals are given as inputs to the VR system for that whatever the I have thought, to for the thought that change to happen. This is done. So this is already in the testing stage. So probably in the next year or so, we will be seeing some brain machine interface with virtual reality in the near future. So that much virtual reality industry has evolved, and that much opportunities are also there with the virtual reality. So in three ways, virtual reality can be used in for education or for any other industry for that matter. One is for remote collaboration, and another for training. First, we'll discuss about how it can be used for remote collaboration. So we all heard of social media, social networking, and social distancing in recent time due to COVID-19 and so on. Same way, there is a new thing called social VR or social virtual reality in the virtual reality industry. So what this social VR can be used for remote collaboration. For example, if you could say from the first picture in the slide, in the first picture in the slide, you could see there are virtual setup is like a virtual office setup or a virtual classroom setup, and employees or teachers are discussing about an idea or a subject inside that virtual meeting setup, and all those employees are having a 3D avatars. So for how it will work is, for example, if I am joining that virtual classroom environment, so I'll be joining it from my home using the virtual reality head mounted device. So after I join that environment, I'll be having my own unique 3D avatar. Just like how we have used for Facebook, WhatsApp, and we recognize each other using the name and using the pictures, we are able to identify that person whom we are interacting with. Same way in virtual reality, we'll be having a 3D avatar. So these 3D avatars are nothing but a replica of how one looks in real life or in the real world. So for example, if I'm having a VR headset and I'll be entering that VR application, virtual classroom environment, and I'll be having my own 3D avatar. And if you are entering that VR world, you will be having your own 3D avatar. Just like how we have WhatsApp groups, all friends in a WhatsApp group, we are identifying using the names. Same way in the first picture, uh, they all are joining into a same application, something like a same WhatsApp group, and everyone will be having a unique 3D avatar. So what is the advantage of having this 3D avatars? I'll be able to associate with that person more and interact more. Just like how I interact in a real time on a real classroom or office setup, same way we will be able to interact more with this concept. And benefit out of it is we can brainstorm idea, learn subjects in an immersive manner, and again socialize with friends. So just how we socialize in real world, same way we'll be able to socialize using this virtual reality remote collaboration. Same way, if you could see the second picture. Second picture is a classroom setup where a teacher is teaching and students are listening to the teacher's lecture, and everyone is connected from a different place. And but in a virtually they are connected to a virtual classroom environment, and they are also having a 3D avatar. So advantage of this is students will learn more, and again they'll be able to interact more. So one of the biggest disadvantage with online learning or online teaching platform is that rapport or closeness is missing, just how we discuss with our friends and teachers to get our queries clarified. So that is that aspect is missing with the current online platforms. But with social virtual reality, since we are connected with 3D avatars from a different place, we will be able to interact easily as we would normally interact in the real world. So advantages, the students and teachers will interact more, and students will also learn easily with these tools. So that is one area where social virtual reality can be used. So one area on remote collaboration we have seen. So now we will see how learning or training can be done with virtual reality. So this is in a college setup where we set up a virtual reality lab, and in that we'll be teaching the students the subjects in virtual reality. For example, any subject or concepts which is not easier for the students to understand. So those concepts around we can convert it into a virtual reality application. And if we convert that into a VR application and make the students to view that concept in VR, students will easily understand the concept since they are viewing it in an immersive manner, and also they'll also come up with new ideas as well. So those concepts or subjects which is hard for the students to understand can be converted into a VR application for making the students to learn easier. So that's what these two images is about. So the students here are viewing an VR application about a subject using a HTC Vive VR device, and they are also able to navigate between that concept or the application using the controllers in their hands. So this is one area where virtual reality can be used in education for remote collaboration, and other thing is for learning and training inside the college setting. So this is one more thing about web-based VR or web virtual reality. So I explained the immersive experience is possible only when you wear a virtual reality headset. But in the websites also we can bring virtual reality experience. Not to an extent how we will feel that using a virtual reality device, but to an extent of 360-degree view, we can see a content in a website using web VR. So that's what this demo is about. So if you can scan this QR code and see it in your mobile, it will open a web page, and that web page is not a normal web page which we view. So a normal web page will be able to uh, move top and right and move left right along. But with virtual reality web page, we will be able to 360 degree holistic view you'll be able to see, which will give a different experience compared to a normal web page. So in websites also we can bring virtual reality. So if you are not having virtual reality device to experience VR applications, you can develop web-based virtual reality, and to that extent we can have a kind of interactive and immersive experience. So that's what this demo is about. So I'll also quickly share what that page looks like. Just give me a minute. I'll stop this presentation and share that page. Otherwise, I'll just ping that URL of that page so that it is easier. I just ping that URL in the chat window. So that if you open that page, it opens in an that VR page where you can easily differentiate between a web VR and a normal web page. So now I'll share some videos about virtual reality before we go on to the next section about augmented reality and other things. Just give me a minute. I'll share some videos on here. Yeah. I just shared the video here. This video for virtual reality is about how remote collaboration is possible with social virtual reality. So I'll just play this video and then discuss about it. Yeah, just pause that video. So this is what I was explaining about how remote collaboration is possible with virtual reality. As you all saw in that video, people are joined from a different place, and virtually they are connected in a single place, in an office setup or in a classroom environment. And everyone is having that 3D avatar with which they are able to discuss, interact, or brainstorm new ideas. So something like how we will discuss and interact in a real world. Same thing can be replicated with remote collaboration using virtual reality. So with this, people will not feel lonely even if they are connected remotely or even if they are working from home. They'll feel like all those students or all those teachers are in a single place and interacting with each other and coming up with new ideas and new concepts. So that's what this remote collaboration is about. So I'll share other video about virtual reality. So this video is about the hand tracking thing which I was talking about, the haptics and the hand tracking thing, where you'll be able to touch and feel the object in a virtual world. So that left corner, bottom left corner is the one a user is wearing a VR device and experiencing that application, and the rest of the screen is the one the user which is experiencing in virtual reality shown in the rest of the video, rest of the screen. So I'll just play that video now. Yeah, again I just pause that video. So if you as you saw in that video, he's able to touch that object, digital objects, and feel it in virtual reality itself. So with this he'll be able to, well, now he's not only visualizing that thing, but he's also touching and feeling that thing as well. So again he'll be able to more understand more and do more things when he's given a task in real time. So I'll move on to another video quickly. So inject light. So this video is about how virtual reality training can be used by surgeons to operate a person virtually, and once they have a good experience in virtual surgery, then they can proceed with operating the patient in real time. So that's what this video is about. I'll just play that video.
Good. Place 4 more staples to close up the laceration.
Yeah, that was a video of how virtual reality can be used in healthcare sectors for training the surgeons to operate a patient. And I'll just quickly share that web VR also. So those are some of the examples of how virtual reality can be used in for training, remote collaboration, and learning. I'm just sharing that web VR page. Yeah, this is the page, the QR code of that page which I was showing in the web VR demo. So this is what I was talking about, the web VR. So here I could even move around in a 360 view, and even I can go front and back and see that things, everything in detail. So again, advantage of this compared to normal web pages. Normal web page will not have these options of moving in and seeing everything in a holistic or a 360 view. But with web-based virtual reality, this is possible. This is one area. Without virtual reality device, you can do virtual reality using websites as well. So now I'll proceed to my presentation. I hope the screen is visible to everyone. So far, we have discussed about how virtual reality can be used for learning, training, and remote collaboration and education. So now we will move on to the next big thing, which is augmented reality. So augmented reality, there are two ways we can create augmented reality application, or two ways augmented reality can be used in education and other sectors. One is using augmented reality glasses or smart glasses, which I'm displaying in the current slide. And the other is by creating augmented reality applications, which can be viewed in mobile smartphones or in tablets. These two ways we can experience augmented reality. So first is on augmented reality glasses. Augmented reality glasses can be used in multiple ways. So these are some of the popular augmented reality or smart glasses from popular companies. Like first one is from the HoloLens 2 from Microsoft, third one Google Glass from Google, and others from other startups in the augmented reality space. So how it will be used in education and other area is, so for example, take for example manufacturing setup. So in manufacturing setup, normally if an employee is working on an machinery and if he is coming up with an issue, generally he'll be asking others and on how to fix that issue, which is a time consuming, and productivity will be getting lost because of that. But if he's wearing an augmented reality or smart glass, something which is displayed in this picture, and if he's working on that, and if he's encountering an issue, he can discuss that issue using his augmented reality glass. For example, a subject matter expert, he can discuss using his augmented reality glass. Whatever information is needed on how to fix that issue can be displayed in the augmented reality glass frame itself, a step-by-step approach. With that, he'll be able to fix that issue and start his work without anyone's help or guidance. This is one area. And for education, even we have heard about Reliance as going to introduce Geo Class. So few weeks back, Reliance has said they'll be introducing Geo Class for education and for online meeting. So how that will work is, once you wear a Geo Class or a smart class, something which is displayed in the current slide, you'll be able to get all those information that whatever the 3D content or the interactive experience in your class frame itself. So with that, you'll be able to learn and interact as well. So that's an educational use. So augmented reality glass can be used in healthcare, manufacturing, education, and so on. And this is one area many companies are looking from big like Microsoft to even Apple is building Apple Glass, which will be released in a year or two. And many other companies are also working on augmented glass for education and for industries as well. Well, how it can be used in the learning sector or for the education, who want to use it. So one is create augmented applications for the students to learn a sector or learn a concept. For example, if you see that picture in the current slide, an eye image that the book is referring about a human anatomy of an eye, and after the user or student scans that eye image using his augmented reality, he is getting a 3D model of eye in his augmented reality mobile app, and also that experience also more interactive and for the user. Because of which the students will learn the particular concept easily rather than studying the same thing in a form. So that is the advantage of using learning via augmented reality. So we can create augmented reality applications for the students to learn just how we create virtual reality applications, which I was discussing about how VR can be used. Same way, augmented reality can also we can create augmented reality applications for the students to learn. So another advantage of using creating augmented reality application doesn't require any extra hardware like a VR device or something like that. Just like now every student teachers are having smartphones. Using the smartphones itself, they'll be able to experience augmented reality. That is one how it can be used. So now we'll see the benefits of using augmented reality and virtual reality both. So these are some of the benefits of using both virtual and augmented reality in education. So some of the benefits are, first thing is learning beyond classroom. So since we are moving towards online learning and online teaching in even for the next couple of years, that will be the new normal for everyone. So at that time, learning beyond classroom, virtual and augmented reality can be used effectively. So to impart knowledge to the students. So secondly, it develops their creativity. So secondly, it develops students' creativity. So that is one of the benefit of using virtual and augmented reality. So how it will develop the creativity is, so if the student is visualizing the concept and immersing himself into that concept, student will come up with new ideas, and his creativity also will increase. So that is one of the major benefit. And thirdly, it's a new way of teaching for the teachers as well. So rather than a traditional way of teaching, it's a new way of imparting knowledge to the students using virtual and augmented reality. And it's a new experience for the teachers also to teach the students with these things. And finally, it simplifies technical and complex subjects. So as I said, any complex subjects or the concepts which is hard for the students to understand, if you are converting that into a virtual or augmented reality applications, it simplifies them and makes the students to understand easily. So these are some of the benefits of using both virtual and augmented reality in education. So now I'll show some videos of augmented reality. Just give me a minute. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll share some videos of augmented reality. So I'll stop the share and share the video. Yeah, this video is about for learning the concept on about a heavy vehicle engine using augmented reality, which we did. So I'll just play this video and discuss about it. Yeah, with this type of augmented reality application, a student will be able to understand heavy vehicle engine or any other machinery easily, and he'll be able to see every parts in detail. You can zoom in and zoom out, rotate and see, so that he'll be able to understand more easily. So that's what this video is about. I'll share some other videos. So this one, this video is about augmented reality application which we did for a school recently. So I'll just play this video now.
After food enters your stomach, the stomach muscles mix the food liquid with the digestive juices. The stomach slowly empties its contents called chyme into
Yeah. So advantage of this application for the students is, so students will be able to understand different parts of a human digestive system easily with this augmented reality application. So even from the comfort of their home, they'll be able to understand and learn easily. So that's what this video is about. So I'll run some other videos. Just give me a minute.
Good morning, everyone. Today we'll learn about human. Good morning.
So this video is about how augmented reality can be used by teachers to learn to teach students effectively using augmented reality. I'll just play this video now. Probably I'll increase the volume as well. Just give me a minute, just in case if the voice is breaking.
Today we'll learn about human digestive system with the help of augmented reality. As you could see the 3D model of a digestive system towards the right side. Now we'll see the different parts of a digestive system in detail. Now you could see the different parts of a digestive system being exploded for you to easily understand. Now I will just rotate and show you the digestive system model. Now you could see the model is being rotated for you to easily understand.
So this is one more way where we can use augmented reality and with, of course, with artificial intelligence to teach students. So another benefit out of it is, so wherein we are teaching and whatever the subject we are teaching also is shown near us, so which makes the students to visualize and learn the thing easily. I'll just run one more video. Just give me a minute, I'm opening that video. Yeah, this video is about mixed reality, which I was explaining in the introduction of mixed reality, wherein both a real world and virtual world will coexist and interact. So that's what this quick video is about. I'll just play this video and discuss about it.
It's quite fun. I got to take a picture with a deer. It's very lifelike.
interactive with some animals. That was really cool. Penguin. It was cute.
It was very fun and very engaging. The layout was very realistic.
The technology was very advanced. It was very cute and quite fun.
Integration of good technology and fun. This is a nice thing to get the Christmas feeling going. I really like it.
I think it's great because in Singapore we don't have to know, and this is my only chance to experience it.
Yeah, I have just paused that video. So this is an example of how mixed reality can be used to experience a thing which is not available in their locality or at their place. So in this video, this is done in Singapore. In Singapore, they don't have snow, so people will not have a chance to experience how that snow feels like or how the penguins are there in Singapore. But they have brought it using mixed reality, wherein both people and they are able to experience snow and they're able to see penguins interacting with each other in augmented reality and mixed reality. So that's what this video is about. So benefit out of it is, so they are able to experience what is not there in the place with the help of mixed reality. Same thing can be applied to education and in other areas. For example, to experience a space or to experience a historical heritage site or anything which is not there or which is not presently there, that can be brought into reality using mixed reality, and wherein the students are also part of mixed reality, where so it's not like they are just visualizing just like how we see the videos and other things. In mixed reality they are also part of that world, so which is not there in the place or in the locality. So that's what this advantage of using mixed reality. So let me check if I have any other videos. Just give me a minute. Yeah, just one more video and then we will get into question and answers. That match. So this video is about how augmented reality as smart glasses can be used. So whatever the things which is possible in smartphones will be made possible in smart glasses as well. Something like talking to your friend, taking pictures, using as for GPS for navigation, or playing music. So all those things which are possible only in smartphones can be made possible with smart glass as well. So that's what this video is about. I'll play that video and discuss about it in detail.
Your lifestyle and your look. Regular earphones transmit sound through the air, but Vue's bone conduction speakers transmit it through vibrations. Send directly to your inner ear. Only you can hear it.
Hi, Judy. Let's get today started.
Bone conduction lets you stay aware of your surroundings, even as you enjoy your music. Vue is built for people who use prescription glasses, sunglasses, and even style frames. At an ultra-light 28 grams, it won't weigh you down. Vue talks to your phone via Bluetooth. With the app, you can perform a range of different tasks without checking your phone. Like take a call, hands-free.
You have a call from Leslie.
Hey Leslie, what's going on? Get directions?
In 200 feet, turn left on 10th Street.
Or control your music. Vue is designed for work and play. It has housing and built-in activity tracking.
You ran 6,000 steps today and burned 350 calories. Nice job.
You can set friendly reminders.
Hey Dylan, you've been sitting for a while. Let's take a break.
And it's simple to customize the long press and the double tap.
The time is 3:35 p.m.
Always losing your specs? With Find My Glasses, you can easily locate them anywhere. Vue has two designs, classic and trendy.
Yeah, that was an example of how augmented reality glasses will be used in the future. And as you all saw in the video, so whatever the options available in smartphones is available with this smart glass as well. And another thing is it can be used as a normal reading glass, or if the person has a vision problem also, it can be used as a normal reading or a vision glass, and as well as can be used as a smart glass as well. So again, as I said, in the difference between virtual and augmented reality, the main advantage here is user, although they are getting those information in augmented reality, they are aware of what is going around them in the real world. So that is the main advantage of augmented reality, and that's what this video is also we have seen. wherein they are able to interact in real world with other people as they would normally interact using the augmented reality class. And but at the same time, they are getting some digital information or consuming those information using their smart class as well. So in the near future, we will be not able to differentiate whether a person is wearing a normal reading glass or a smart glass. So that much will be the thing which augmented reality classes will be used. So I'll just go back to the presentation. Just give me a minute. So we have seen the benefits, and we have also seen how augmented reality can be used in some of the videos which I have shared. So now we will see how augmented reality can be used with IoT, AI, or cloud computing for that matter. So far I have talked both virtual, augmented, or mixed reality as a standalone technology, wherein which can be used in for training, learning, remote collaboration, and so on. But augmented reality's full potential can be unleashed only when it is combined with other technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and cloud computing. So that's when more use cases are possible, more things can be accomplished with augmented reality. So for example, if you could see from the current picture in the slide, in the current picture, it's a picture of a warehouse, and employee is scanning the warehouse using the augmented reality application in his tablet. After he scans the warehouse, he is getting some real-time data, and that real-time data is shown in the augmented reality application. So if you could see the inside of that tablet image, there are some informations like color coded values are there, arrow marks are there, and some information like 5 item remaining, 80% task are displayed. For example, 5 item remaining could be the number of item remaining in the particular compartment or the particular shelf. So by knowing this, the employee can check that compartment or or that section and make sure there are more things available. So if he's not using this augmented reality application and getting the real-time data, he needs to check every section manually and to make sure everything is in place or not. But with augmented reality and IoT and AI, he's getting the real-time data with which he'll be able to act on the sections which needs more attention. End of the day, he'll be able to accomplish more tasks in less time, and over a period of time, it will be increase in profit for the company which is using augmented reality with IoT and other things. So how it is made possible is, so with IoT we'll be able to get the real-time value of that particular thing. So that data we can store it as a JSON value. That JSON value we can display it in as using augmented reality as a front end. So that is what this example is about. So many industries are trying to use this thing on combining these technologies to get real-time data. Since world is moving towards remote working and remote learning, even for just manufacturing industry for that matter. So remote working will be possible if they are getting real-time data using augmented reality and so on. So many industries are trying to use augmented reality on combination with IoT, AI, or cloud computing. So that's what this slide is about. So now we'll see what are the development tools available if you want to create or develop virtual or augmented reality applications. So these are some of the popular tools available in the market. So first to Unity and Unreal. Unity and Unreal are game engines for creating both virtual and augmented reality applications. So using those two, we can create VR and AR apps. And next to Euphoria and Wikitude. Euphoria and Wikitude are for image scanning and for marker-based applications. We create marker-based augmented reality applications. For example, if you scan that particular image alone, we want that AR app to open. If we are using any other image, so the apps will not work. So for that purpose, we use Euphoria, Wikitude. And the last two, AR Core, AR Kit. So AR Core and AR Kit are SDKs for both Android and iOS. Just how we create different mobile apps for Android and iOS separately, same way we create augmented reality mobile apps for Android using AR Core, and for augmented reality mobile app for iOS using AR Kit. So these are the different development tools. Of course, there are many other tools as well. These are some of the popular and widely used tools for creating both virtual and augmented reality experience. So now we'll see how this virtual or augmented reality can be employed or can be used in the higher education for students and for teachers as well. First thing, virtual reality labs. So just like how we every industry or sorry every institution has computer and robotics and IoT labs separately. Same way, virtual reality labs can be set up. So with which students can experience an application or an product or a process in virtual reality. So where the students can also develop applications in virtual reality and then experience that in the virtual reality lab inside the colleges. So that is one area how it can be used. Second is both virtual and augmented reality can be included in the curriculum itself. So just like in electives it can be included. So how to create applications in virtual or augmented reality application, how to create 3D models and 3D scenes in virtual and augmented reality. So that can be part of a curriculum for the students. So advantage of adding this is, so once the student comes out of the college, they'll be more confident in getting jobs in this sectors. So which both virtual and augmented reality experience is needed. So for them it will be easier if it is included in the curriculum. So finally it has to be interdisciplinary with other latest technologies like IoT, AI or cloud computing. So as I was mentioning in the previous slide, how augmented reality can be combined with IoT and AI for getting the real-time data. So even though if we are including VR and AR in the curriculum, so it has to be interdisciplinary, or they should also have the know the basics of other technologies like IoT, AR, cloud computing, so that it will be easier for them to integrate these technologies and come up with new solutions and new ideas. So in these three ways, it can be taught for the students, and teachers also can be equipped on how to create virtual or augmented reality applications and train the students effectively on some of the videos which I showed in augmented reality. So those things also teachers can also be taught on how to use these technologies to teach the students. So these are some of the areas how virtual or augmented reality can be used in educational institutions. So I'll just quickly show a demo. Just please wait a minute. I'll open the Unity tool and show. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. Just please be patient. So if you have any questions in the middle, please post that question. So in the meantime, I'll just try to open that demo. I'm just opening the tool. It is taking some time. So please wait. Once that application is opened, I'll just share that application. Still getting.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Sure. Hello, sir.
Yes, madam. I can hear you.
I'll read that questions.
Yeah, sure, madam. Probably till I open that application, we can read the questions.
No. Actually, is it a time for questions or you are telling?
No, just the demo alone. I have to show it, madam. Just a minute. I'll just finish the demo, and
Okay.
then probably we
Tell
can
me
go
after
for question.
completion of your time. Okay.
Sure. Just yeah. There's application is loading, so just taking time. That's why it is getting delayed. I'll let you know. So this demo is about using both Unity and Euphoria. So wherein I imported a 3D model of a car and the image target, I set my company logo as the image target. So if I show the company logo alone, that particular application will open. And if I show any other image, that application will not run. So that's what this demo is about. So I'll just share the screen now. So application open, just I hope you all are able to see the screen. So this is the Unity tool which we use to create both virtual and augmented reality applications. So as I said in this demo, I have imported a 3D model of a car. So in that image target, I have set my company logo as the image target. For setting image target, I have used Euphoria tool. So once I run the application, only for that particular image alone, this application will work. And for if I show any other image, that app will not work. So I'll just run that tool and show. Again, it will take some time to just switch on the video as well. So now you could see the app running. So now I will just show you a different image first. So now I am showing a different image. You will not be able to see the application. So I'm going to show the image target. Yes, image target. Show that image that application. So now I show an image target which I said in Unity and Euphoria. After I show the image, particular image, you could see that 3D model being displayed. Also add a small button to rotate and see. So even if I click the button, I'll be able to rotate and see. If I bring that image forward, I'll be able to see the thing in detail. So if I remove it, it just goes off. So that is a small demo about how we can use Unity and Euphoria. Yes. So that's what this demo is about. So both using Unity and Euphoria to create augmented and virtual reality application. So this is an example of creating augmented reality mobile application. So whatever I have showed you now, I can export it and import it to mobile and see it in mobile application. So using these tools also, we can easily create with virtual and augmented applications. So almost come to the end of my session. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So, so we have some more time left for the session. I'll take up questions later. Madam, we can go for Q&A. Madam.
Sir,
Shall I name? I am. Yes, madam, I can.
now shall I read that, sir?
Yes, madam.
Okay, sir. One question is how to use these applications in education system.
Okay. How to use the applications education system? So, as I said, the development tools, Unity, Unreal, and Euphoria and AR Core. Using these tools, if you are good enough in creating applications using these tools, so you can easily create applications for that. So, one area is I have to be proficient in these tools which I mentioned. The other area is 3D models. Also, if you are a good 3D designer, you can create those 3D models and import that into Unity or Unreal and use it. So at least you should know some basics of creating virtual and augmented reality application using Unity, Unreal. So that would be the prerequisite.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next
Yes, sir.
question.
We'll go for a question and answer session.
Yeah.
Sir, next
Sure.
question is what is the meaning of augmented
Hello.
reality?
What is the meaning of augmented reality? So meaning of reality is, to in simple terms, virtual objects will happen in our real world. So virtual reality feels like as if we are going inside that 3D world. This virtual reality, augmented reality, we are bringing that 3D world or the 3D applications inside our real world. As I showed you in that demo using Unity, where I just after scanning the image, you are able to see the 3D model in our real world. So that is what is augmented reality, which is bringing the 3D world to our real world.
Okay, sir. Next, sir. Which virtual reality is very good for task complete, like a regular and normal environment. How to optimize the cost for effectiveness?
Cost, which cost, madam? Hardware or the software cost? Which cost the question is about?
They have not mentioned, sir. Okay, one
Okay,
more
probably
question.
hardware. Yeah, madam.
Uh, Continue, sir. You can give for
Yeah,
both.
effective. Yeah, madam, sure, madam. So one is with VR, there are two things involved. One is hardware cost and the software cost. So hardware, you should have good VR head-mounted device like HTC Vive or Oculus Quest. So that's when you'll be able to immerse yourself and see that. So that is on the hardware side. Software side, of course, you have to create applications using the 3D models and program it using Unity. So if cost effectiveness can be brought in the hardware which you are buying, so that way only we can reduce it. So other than that, if you are reducing it, so you'll not be able to get that desired
Next,
immersive experience.
so the next question is what doctors will do during surgery with virtual reality?
Yeah, what doctors will do with surgeries, they will learn more easily on how to operate a patient. So as I showed in that video on how doctors are using virtual reality. So in that, once they wear the virtual reality device, they'll be seeing an environment of how to operate a patient step by step. So what are the things they need to do on operating a patient. So this will give them a more practical experience of how to operate a patient. So rather than studying or rather than senior doctor guiding them, so this will be like more hands-on experience for them in virtual environment. So once with that, if they do the real operations, they'll be successful in doing it without much issues. So that is what is the advantage of using virtual reality for surgeons and doctors in healthcare.
Okay, sir. Next, why and how glasses are useful in virtual and augmented reality?
Glasses, augmented reality glasses will be used, can be used in both education and in other areas as well. So as I mentioned, even Reliance is coming up with Geo class for online learning using Geo class itself. So we'll be getting the information in our augmented reality glass frame itself. So for example, if I am wearing a glass, so all those information will be displayed in front of my eyes in the augmented reality glass frame. That way it can be used. The same way it can be used in other sectors like manufacturing or healthcare to get some information in real time. Just an example is in manufacturing industry, you are having an issue. So if you are getting information in your augmented reality glass frame, you will be hands free and you'll be using both your hands to fix that issue without while concentrating on getting the information from your eye frame. So by that way, you'll be more productive while using AR glass.
Okay, sir. Geo glass is same as like VR or both AR and VR?
No, VR and AR both are different. Geo class will be AR enabled class only. So and it is rumored to be available by September. So once it comes to the market only, we'll be able to experience. So far only a sneak peek of how it will look only they have introduced. So it is once it's available in the market only, we'll be able to comment on how effective or how it is not.
Sir, one more question. Is that software needed to create this type of videos?
Of course. Software is both Unity and I use Unity only. Unity, Vuforia, AR Core I use for creating videos. Of course, software is needed.
Next, which frequency bands are being used in virtual reality system? That is for wireless transmission, where the antenna is incorporated in VR glasses.
Which frequency band? See, most of the mobile frequencies, 2.4 gigahertz is the frequency band which operates. So probably that is the frequency which most of the mobile or internet connected devices will be using. So that would be the answer. But even I am not, even drones, I can tell about which frequency band the drones are operating. But on virtual reality devices, we don't work with frequency band. So mostly it will be 2.4 gigahertz if there is any frequency band used. And all those sensors and everything will be inbuilt in virtual reality devices. Some of the virtual reality devices, outside sensors will be there, which we need to add, integrate with the VR device. Nowadays, all the VR devices, sensors are inbuilt inside the devices itself. It is coming.
The next question is, how can I do that? I mean, should both faculty and students need any software or kits?
Of course, madam. Software is the development tools which I showed, the Unity, Unreal, and even the demo which I showed now using Unity on how to do virtual and augmented applications. So they have to have some basic knowledge on how to create VR and AR apps using Unity. And the programming languages, we use C# as the programming language for creating these applications. And if they are really good at designing, they can create 3D models using Blender or any other 3D modeling tools. And those will be an added advantage for them. So if they have designing experience as well. So both designing and development experience is needed. At least basic experience of how to create applications using Unity or Unreal is the bare minimum requirement. So they should learn that.
Whether these tools are freely available?
Yeah, Unity is freely available. So we have a professional license since we are creating applications for other companies. But for learning purpose, we can use the free version. So with the free version itself, all the things we'll be able to learn using Unity and Vuforia. So for free things is available. Yeah.
What will be the benefit?
The benefit to the people is like any technology has benefited the humans, like smartphones. 20 years back, we were not aware of the smartphones will be used this much, but nowadays we all are using 24/7. We are using the smartphones. The same way, VR and AR has different use cases for training, learning, and augmented reality, smart glasses, which I said. can be used on a daily purpose. So consumers can use it daily, as I have showed in the AR glass video, wherein by getting notification for playing music or speaking to your friend or using for navigation. So this way, common people can use augmented reality glasses as well.
Okay, sir. Are there any major problems in the technical industry?
Major problems means what? I'm not getting the question.
Okay, sir.
Major
Please
problems.
let
Fine.
one more. They have not mentioned. The question is like that only. Then one more question is, please let us know what are the best free AR tools for this year, as we are supposed to conduct virtual classes soon. This can be easily learned and used to teach.
The Webster AI tool is learning Unity would be the best option. Learning Unity or Unreal would be the best option. So that is in see there are AI tools available in Google Play Store and iOS Store also. But those AI tools will not be customized for our requirements. For example, if you want to teach any particular subject, so that subject will not be available in the tools which is available in the AI apps which is available. So for creating custom applications, we have to develop these apps using Unity or Euphoria. So by learning Unity or Euphoria would be the ideal way to create this option. So going for whatever available tools is not an long-term approach. You are muted, madam.
Sir, these are the questions in that chat box.
Yeah.
So now, shall we conclude this, sir?
Yeah, sure, madam. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely, madam.
I thank Mr. Vijayrajan Ramanathan for his elaborative talk, and out of his busy schedule, also he has accepted our request and spared his time. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I thank Dr. M.V. Nageshwar Rao, HOD, ECE, GMRIT, the convener of this webinar, and the coordinator, Mr. D. Suresh, Assistant Professor, EC Department, GMRIT. I also thank our management, Dr. Rajam, Vice Principal, GMRIT, and Dr. CLV Prasad Sir, Principal, GMRIT, for their continued support. A special thanks to Mr. P. Kalyan Chakravarti, Assistant Professor in EC Department, and Dr. Arun Shekhar, Assistant Professor in EC Department, GMRIT, for helping us to conduct this webinar very smoothly. Finally, I thank all the participants. Sir, thank you so much, sir. Now I'll stop this session.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Thanks a lot again for this opportunity, and thank you, participants, for patiently listening and asking so many questions. So thank you all. Bye.